I'm Kevin, and I'm joined by my co-host with Harrison Bader like hair,
Yeah, it's a weird ordeal. Katie is just proving to be childish.
which is why I don't feel I would give $5 million to Jack Campbell.
I don't know. Baseball is one of those sports where anyone who makes the playoffs really can be a contender.
I think the Padres definitely do it.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell gets traded.
Kyrie Irving does have the track record of not being a great locker room fit, or even good locker room fit.
Bader got some luscious locks. I gotta say it.
This is Zach Bigley, the broadcaster for the Frisco Rough Riders, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin. You guys better subscribe.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA Opinions of the Week, and the man that I'm sure can agree with me, it looks like the All-Star game has snuck up upon us.
That's true. It definitely has, and I'm excited for it. There will be some relatively hot takes in here. Some people that I think a lot of people are going to vote to make it that I will not have in my starting. I haven't voted yet, Kevin. I don't know if you have. I probably won't end up doing it. I don't really think it really matters all that much. But
Same.
I do have my starting five here, and while it's really close for a couple of them and it was really hard to leave some guys off, I am confident that this is the best five for each using the front court, back court makeup that we have to accommodate.
Yeah, you said the East was easy for you. I struggled with the East. West, I knew I had to have these players. Then there was one I'm like, I feel like this player should it be in. So let me know which one you want to start with.
Let's start with the East. My East, Tyrese Halliburton and Donovan Mitchell for the backcourt. The front court is Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid.
Okay, this was easy for you, and that's my five as well. I knew Halliburton. I knew I had to have Giannis. As much as I guess I'm a Joel Embiid and hater, he is leading the league in points. He had to be on there. I didn't know, I was thinking about Brunson, and I'm like, is it? And then I saw Donovan Mitchell. He's number 2 in steals, and is really good. I think Brunson should be a starter, or should be an all-star. I don't know if he should be a start. He shouldn't be a starter, and so I chose Mitchell. Then Tatum. I was thinking about Julius Randle, and then I'm like, no. Celtics are still number 1 team, and Jason Tatum is the star on that team, so he deserves to be a starter. So that was where I was struggling. Why was this easy for you?
I think a lot of people, my second, or I guess third for the backcourt would have been Trae Young. He's averaging 27 and 11, but the problem is the Hawks have really struggled and his defensive inabilities are still noted. While you mentioned that Mitchell is still averaging a lot of steals, averaging more points, more rebounds, still around 6 assists per game. I've been impressed with Mitchell this far, and I think he deserves it more than him. The problem is he only played 29 games while Trae Young's played 37, but I don't think a difference in 9 games is too much to talk about.
Yeah, Trae Young was a consideration for me because you mentioned the assist numbers. But yeah, the Hawks really struggling. Okay, all right. Was there any other consideration in the front court?
No, those three were. It was immediate.
Okay. Thoughts on my Julius Randle?
I think he's an all-star. That's as far as I'll go. I think Paolo also was in a slight consideration for me, but he wasn't close to being a starter.
Got it. Okay. So no real struggle with the East.
No. I spent about 5 seconds thinking about Trae Young and Brunson and some of those guys, but I really do believe that it should be Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. That's fair. I guess I'll say my West. I knew I had to have Jokic. I knew I had to have Shea. The other guard spot, which I'm assuming you had trouble with the guard spot.
I did.
Okay. I put Luka, but because he's just been incredible. I think he deserves it. However, I was like, feel like Anthony Edwards should be. He was considered. Of course, there's Steph Curry, but just the Warriors have been bad, and Anthony Edwards has been really good for the Timberwolves. But I do have Rudy Gobert. I don't know if that's probably a hot take, right? Yes, I'm assuming that's a hot take by
you have Rudy Gobert in your starting five?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, Kevin. We're
I just feel-
okay.
I just feel like defensively, that's what's helped the Timberwolves. In addition to Anthony Edwards, then I have Kevin Durant, and then I have Jokic. So I do not have LeBron.
I don't have LeBron in mine either, but
Okay,
mine's
okay.
Anthony Davis, who's averaging 25 and 12,
That's
averaging
fair.
over a steal a game, 2.5 blocks. I did end up going with Luka. I was actually closer to getting rid of Shea, but it's just they're both so like I wanted to include Steph. I wanted to include Anthony Edwards, but it's just impossible. And that's what took me longer. The front court, LeBron's played amazing this year. I'm not going to say he hasn't, but I think KD's been better. I think Anthony Davis has been better, and I think that Jokic is the best player in the league. So LeBron, while he'll almost certainly make it as a starter because of his immense amount of fans that he has, I don't think he is starter caliber.
Yes, and yeah, Kevin Durant has been better. Jokic, of course, and Anthony Davis is a great pick too. And I just think injuries, but that may be my personal bias. I just thought
He's played a lot of games this year.
Yeah.
When you go to AD, so Rudy Gobert has played 38 games. Anthony Davis has played 39. So Anthony Davis has played one more game than Gobert.
Okay, so Rudy Gobert was not a consideration for you at all?
I don't know. I'm not going to say he's a horrible pick, but I
Okay.
really do believe that AD's been a better player.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I know I was going risky, but yeah, I just think Lucas to me has hit another level, mostly defensively. He seems more locked in defensively than previous seasons, especially last season when he was terrible. But I also believe his 3-point percentage is still pretty good. Can't remember. His 3-point percentage, it's not top 5.
Whose?
Luka's. I'm trying to remember what it's at.
I think he's at 38%.
Okay, he's at 38. So not what I thought.
Yeah,
I think that's... Yeah. There was
it's
one
like top
point,
maybe 50.
Yeah. The thing for me with Shea was he's leading the league in steals. He's top 3 in points per game behind Luka. And I thought there was another category he was high in. But it's fantasy points per game. But to me, I was like, Shea's in here. And then, of course, Luka's been amazing. But Anthony Edwards and Steph are also should have been considerations. And it looked like we did that in our list. So relatively our only difference is Rudy Gobert and Anthony Davis. And I totally understand your reasoning with Anthony Davis. So that's it. I doubt these will be the starters just because LeBron has to get in. Do you think someone else there's going to be a random starter in the All-Star game, right?
I don't know. I don't think. What do you mean by random?
Like, wasn't Andrew Wiggins a starter 2 years ago?
Yeah, but that was just because of how good the Warriors were that year, and they have a strong pull. I don't think there's going to be any random ones.
Okay. All right. That's any final thoughts?
Nope.
Let us know what you think. Do you think I'm crazy for having Rudy Gobert? Let me know. Let us know your thoughts, and we try to get to y'all in the comments where you're hopefully putting your thoughts. I forgot to say that. That's all I got. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.